Coming to you live once again from Pelicamp. Hello, everybody, and happy Friday.
I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. 'Cause I'm free in my RV. Yeah.
Well, hello, Pelican heads, and welcome to another live stream here. Today, coming to you from Pelicamp. Actually, yeah. Um, Last week I told you we might be in the Midwest by today, and as of yesterday, I thought we might be at the Flagami studio in Miami. So the bar is officially open. Thank you very much, Sonia. So here we go. Once again, we're having some Lake Tribe IPA, Red Cloud IPA from they're from Tallahassee actually, and spam risk probably right. It's an 855 number. Anyway, I should silence my mobile device, right? Just so I don't get distracted. Cheers, everybody. And this traveler, well, he said, where? Hey, Dylan Reynolds. Hey, hello, Dylan. I think I missed your message at the podcast because I'll tell you everything what happened, but I recorded the podcast one day earlier just because I didn't know exactly. Yeah, YouTube wants me to insert an ad, but I'm not going to do it. So Ernesto Perez Durias, yay, happy Friday to you too, Reg. And hello from Panama. Mark Z. Hammer, Traveling Robert is here. The weekend has officially begun. Barbara Schneider, Bruce Johnson, Cindy 78941. Hello, everybody. Barton's living Uvalde, Texas. One of these days. And Remin Pasión, Alex Timblin, happy Friday. And Ivan K, Margaret Soya, hello, Robert, hi everyone, and Marisha Heinisch. Hello, lovely people. The RV DJ again. Robert, you look very tired. I only drove 425 miles today. Actually, a little more. I took a little detour. I had to go to a tire shop. It's been one of those. But William Brody. Hello, Robert and Lily. How's mom? Mom's good. Mom is in Miami. Actually, she was supposed to be with me today, but she wasn't feeling very well yesterday, so she canceled. She might fly at some point during the journey. So that's the plan right now. And the plan right now is that everything got delayed. I was supposed to depart on like Tuesday, but what happened last Thursday, and we didn't realize this until we left here on Saturday after the dive stream. Apparently, in my heist, I brought the RV back from the RV repair place, and we were super hungry. So I moral of the story: do not ever do something in a hurry in an RV. I was in a hurry. I'm unhitching as quickly as possible. We're starving. We're gonna go here to our local saloon, Nova Grill, and apparently, and we found out later by monitoring the cameras, apparently I left one of the spring bars on top of the tonneau cover on the truck and drove off. And at some point, that spring bar flew off. If anybody finds it somewhere, in between here and Nowhere Grill, save it for me. And that's the thing. We ordered a new one, and the new one wouldn't arrive until Thursday. Originally. Until Wednesday, actually, Wednesday. It was one of those deals. Was it Wednesday? Yeah. What happens? 2 days later, your shipment is delayed. It won't arrive until Friday. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna be able to make it to where I need to make it by Tuesday. And then the next day, yesterday, actually, all of a sudden, we're delivering today. And you remember when Amazon, when they told you 2 days, it was 2 days. It's not like that anymore. I know it's supply chain issues and all kinds of other issues, but Anyway, that's the story of why I'm here, and I'm kind of hightailing it to the west. And I decided to come here today just because of those two things. I needed to pick up a package here, and and I wanted to make the live stream from here where the internet is somewhat reliable, and I need to go by a tire shop. I decided to change one of the tires in the trailer for swap it for the spare tire because it was wearing out a little bit on one. I didn't want to risk taking a long trip with a tire like that. Actually, the guy in Missouri noticed it. He was the first one who noticed it, and according to the guy here in town, it's very common. So, in any case, that's the story. So I needed to do several things, and now we're on the road and solo for a little bit, at least until Denver and perhaps till LA. I don't know yet. I don't know yet exactly how we're gonna coordinate, but it's been one of those trips that has been a coordination challenge from the beginning. Natalie Driscoll, hello there from Hawaii. Really, you're in Hawaii, halfway to us. Finally, happy Friday for us. Happy Friday to you. Um, let me reset the chat here. By the way, young Dave, thank you. Welcome. Thank you for becoming a chief pelican head. Thank you for becoming a chief pelican head. Let me see who else is here. Oh, everybody's here. How many people do we have? 259 concurrent viewers according to this. Armando Romero, Barbara Schneider from Louisiana, and Remin Pasión. LOL, I should call at Traveling Robert. New truck, Robert? Yeah, I've had the new truck for about 3 weeks, no, 2 weeks now. I don't even know. I like it. I'm getting used to still to having the larger size, but at some point, if I had the time tomorrow morning, I would do a new intro. But let's face it, tomorrow morning I'm leaving at the crack of dawn. I would love to make it at least to Tennessee, somewhere in Tennessee. I don't know, Chattanooga, Nashville, somewhere in between. Hey, Jim in DC, happy Friday, everyone. Hi, Robert and Neely. And Jim in DC is going to make a coming appearance in our Sunday video coming up as I go back to Washington, DC. So, there you go. And Michelle K, where is he? Was I right? I'm at Pelicamp right now, actually. Come down and get some of these awesome Denver IPAs. I thought you were supposed to drink Coors if you went to Denver. Is that not a thing? Like Coors is there in Golden, Colorado, isn't it? I don't know. Any case, I know. I'm just kidding, but I don't know if I'm gonna spend much time in Denver. I have a sponsored stay at an RV resort in the Rockies, but I would love to spend at least one day in Denver. So we'll see. We'll see what we do. I still haven't made like those micromanaged plans because I don't know how the weather is gonna be, and you know how it is. We're in the West. Last time my girlfriend and I drove out west, we watched your videos. We love the song "Driving to the West." We're going all the way. We're going all the way to the Pacific. Minitini II never made it to the Pacific, but Minitini III is gonna make it to the Pacific. I mean, we're gonna make it to the Pacific at several points. We still have to finish the Lewis and Clark route. So, and hello from Chippewa Lake, Ontario. Ontario in the great land of Canada. Jeffrey DiBartolo, happy Friday. Hello from Trinidad and Tobago. Amar Lalu. One of these days, I want to visit all the Caribbean islands.
Lakeside
Lakeside RV Park in Louisiana. Take a sip of the IPA. Thank you. Cajuns across America. Raging Cajuns. I do wanna go back to Louisiana. Happy Friday from Glacier National Park, which was kind of penciled into the plans for this year. I doubt it is gonna happen. You should go to the Big Texan. I'm not gonna take I-40. I think I'm gonna take I-70 But I've been tempted to take I-40, so we'll see. Hi, Robert. What are you planning to do in LA? From Aaron Romano. And well, the original plan was to take my mom to visit my godmother. I don't know what if that's gonna come to fruition at this point, and it all depends. If Illy flies to LA, of course I'm gonna go pick her up at LA. If Illy flies to Denver, we're not going to LA. If my mom flies to Denver, then we're going to LA. It's very complicated. But well, I know that picture. I've been there. I've been there, and I want to go again. Hello, Robert Greens from Thessaloniki, Greece. I want to go to Greece too. I would really love to go to Greece because of the food and the history, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful. I mean, I've never been there, but I've seen pictures of the Greek islands, and you know how it is. Hey, Casita RV Live, who's gonna make a cameo? Did you guys see Casita's RV Live video where I make a cameo appearance when we went to Cincinnati? I posted it today or was it yesterday on the community tab. Ivan K, Traveling Robert, really appreciate your live chats. Robert, get me through a very tough winter in 2020. Well, 2020 was a tough winter in more than one way, right? But I'm glad. I'm able to help. And Mario Douglas say, Robert Mario from the rally in Sturgis, South Dakota. How's the rally? You know that's the rally is one of those things that a lot of people go because they like it. It's one of those things that I'd like to avoid, just because of the crowds and I'm not a bike person, to be honest. So yeah. Doo-doo-doo. Hey, is Alaska next spring for you? It is, if all goes well. I have to make certain arrangements, and I want to make sure that if the RV that I get from Winnebago, I'm able to take it into Alaska. Otherwise, I'll take a Minitini I at this point. So yeah, but oh, I'm so behind here. Young Dave just became a member, so I read that a while ago. I should really scroll down here. If you're in Texas, go to the Big Texan. I wasn't at the Big Texan once back in 18, was it? And I didn't get the 72 ounce. In fact, I wasn't feeling all that well, so I got the small ribeye, which was one of the best ribeyes I've ever had, even though it was a small one. So Natalie Driscoll, I can finally have a drink with you from Hawaii. You're gonna having a mai tai? It's usually Sunday 8 a.m. when I'm in Australia. Yeah, right now is what noon. I don't know what time. No, hold on. It must be late night in Australia. No, it's earlier. It's earlier. So yeah, it must be like one like what 11 a.m. or something. I don't know what time is in Australia. Let me ask Google. What is the time in Hawaii?
The time in Hawaii, United States, is 12:07 p.m.
Oh, 12:07 p.m. That's perfect. That's just perfect. There you go. Besides, it is 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Always. Swapping tires. You've retired. Well, this is the thing. The tire wasn't too bad, but I'm going cross country. I don't want to risk anything, so I decided to save that tire and put it in the spare rim, and the spare tire, put it in the good rim on the tire, and that should, I don't want to take any chances. I want to, especially since I'm driving nearly nonstop to Colorado. After Colorado, we're gonna chillax a little more. Uh, Don Barrett Walsh. Hello, everybody. We are driving south, listening to the live chat, heading back to Florida. 4 weeks gone, 4,125 miles so far. That's awesome. Um, yeah, it's the itch to hitch. The road beckons. And Renee Slavinsky. Hi, Robert. What engine do you have in the new truck? This is a 5.3 V8. Which, by the way, today on the way here, I got a little better uh, mileage. Going south, I was getting consistently 9, 8.5. I cracked a 9.8, and I was getting consistently almost 11 on the way here. So maybe it's that engine being broken in that is getting better, or I don't know. I don't know what it is. Dookie chips eating empanadas, dos empanadas. Yep, I love empanadas too. Australia is 12 hours from the Netherlands, so it must be midday there. Harper's Ferry video was great. I'm glad you guys liked it. I really enjoyed making it, and it's one of those towns that I really like. I really like Harper's Ferry. It's historic, and these towns that you have to go up and down hills and all that, but those towns with so many levels are so picturesque. And that hike to Maryland Heights, Tyrone Wicks, hola Robert, hola Tyrone. Um, how are you doing today? Nathan Hartwig, thank you for the super chat. Happy Friday from Folsom, California. Is that where that song, that Johnny Cash song? How do you do such a great job, your music videos, and you teach us about our destinations. Been watching you for 2 years. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And I enjoy doing it so much. I enjoy doing it so much. It's Greg Graham. Greg Graham. I'm doing good today. Thank you for that super sticker. Thank you so much. Larry Johnson. Wow, finally caught a live stream. Ontario, Canada. Hello. Oh, hello, Larry. And Minu Maharaj. Doing a family road trip from Miami to New York next month. I am constantly looking at your vlogs. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Thank you. And I hope you have a great road trip. Make sure to stop at south of the border. Uh, Cajuns across America. We're going to be traveling in Florida in a couple of weeks. We need to come to Pelicamp to cook you some gumbo. Oh, man. I still need to learn how to eat crawfish. Kind of. I know I kind of crack it and it's messy. I haven't learned. I like it when they make it in an etouffee and it's already like cleaned. But hello from Bulgaria, Robert. Do you love your videos? Have a safe trip, Boris. Hello, Boris, and thank you for being here all the way from Bulgaria. Nashville tomorrow, St. Louis Sunday. I've already been to St. Louis. Of course, I could always see more things, but it's just a stepping stone. Sunday. Oh wait, hold on. I'm a day ahead. I just realized that. Let me get back to you on my itinerary. I have to kind of redo the itinerary because I was fully expecting to depart Miami on a Saturday, and now I departed today. So yeah, because the package with the spring bar wasn't supposed to arrive until today, and it arrived yesterday. So it's been one of those you can't plan things out anymore. That kind of thing. George Gonzalez, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And Jerry Salden, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you. And Ivan K. Traveling Robert, ever since I watched my first of your cooking videos, I use Cuban spices every day. Well, I'm glad you like that. And people keep giving me spices. I have spices here. I'm going to start doing more cooking shows. In the past trip, I didn't do as many cooking shows as I thought I would, but I'm gonna start doing those again. By the way, it looks like the sun's coming out here. I'm not even parked. Let me show you. I'm not even parked where I usually park here at Pelicamp. I just parked in the driveway. So you see over there, that's my rug there and my fire ring, and that's where the dump station is over there with the pedestal, and that's my neighbor's property. I still need to grow. I still need to grow some vegetation in this area, so I don't see his property as much. But yeah, I just parked in the driveway. All I need is power, really, for the air conditioner. I can be traveling solo. I could be 4 days without dumping. So I'm gonna try to tomorrow get something that is only water and electric, maybe just electric if I can find like a state park. So Lisa S, happy Friday, Robert. We are traveling from Buffalo, New York, in our with our Grand Design Transcend camper. Love seeing new places. Well, enjoy. Happy trails. Nothing like seeing new places. Nothing like seeing the road and seeing the scenery change. From place to place. Where's the next stop, Armando Romero? I don't know yet. I have to. My mom says, "Age." She's hi, mom. Put crawfish in a blender and drink it. I think not. William Thomas just wanted to say hello. Well, hello there. And Darlene Barcelo, good evening. Robert Anelli, good evening, Darlene. Let me see. I think we got an outage on actually, no, Starlink has been behaving. I think because where I put it, I'm on the driveway and I put it on the roof of the trailer, and I think it's getting a much better signal there. So yeah, I think my mom hit enter prematurely. So, but in any case, everybody say hello to my mom. That was one of the best payoff hikes, perhaps the best commanding view along the Potomac. I think so too. And one of these days, we gotta do the C&O Canal, uh, at least a section of it. Maxine Oliver, we'll talk later. Gotta drive now to next destination. We'll chat some more when I'm parked again. Okay, sounds good. I mean, it's been a long driving day. I even have a little bit of a headache, but it's all good. Mount Mikey, Robert, did you try cooking with the cilantro we cut when you were here? Yes, I did. I did cook with a little bit. Unfortunately, a little bit of it went bad, but cilantro is one of those spices that gives the food such a fresh scent, such a fresh flavor that it's amazing. And real cilantro like that, it's never the same as the dry stuff that I usually put on things. But yeah, man, that was good. Pelicans look great. Okay. Garces on the road. Hello, Robert from Naples. Would you ever consider doing a trip with a group? I might. I might do a trip with a group, and I still have to visit you there at Naples. What's it called? Gulf Stream? No. What's the name of that neighborhood in the Golden Gate? No. Yeah, is it? In any case, um, we might do something with a group at some point. In fact, we did something a few years ago with our friend Paul Falsey. He started this company, RV Caravan, with us, and we did a trip in San Antonio. And the idea was to do like tour trips, but it didn't work out. So, but at some point, not every trip, but at some point, I would consider definitely doing maybe tours or something. We'll see. All time favorite IPA. I still like it. My to be loyal to my Florida roots, and the first Florida IPA I ever had. Let's call it Cigar City Highlight. Although I really like Dogfish Head 90 Minute IPA. Mary Gates, hi guys, glad to catch you live today. Catch you today live. I'm looking forward to watching the Lewis and Clark trip. Yeah, I'm looking forward to editing it. Right now, I'm editing the first actual Lewis and Clark trip in which we go to Pittsburgh, and we look for the place where they actually uh, dropped that kill boat, and big up on the all big up all the time watching from Jamaica. Yaman, Jamaica in the house. I want to go back to Jamaica. I spent like 4 hours in Jamaica once on a cruise, but I want to go back and like really, get a little more of the culture and all that. When are you gonna start your cooking show Spanish style? I don't know. Someday. Someday when I'm off little. Stephen Loy, hello there. Hello, Donna P. Rick J. Did my mom come back? Because sometimes I don't see my. It's the chat sometimes gets like really confusing. Graham is like Florida in England this week. It's being so hot. We are having a second heat wave right now, 35 Celsius, which is unheard of here. 35 Celsius, yeah, that's like in the 90s, right? Yeah, it's 35 Celsius. And that's, believe it or not, in my native Cuba, that's like the hottest it ever got in Havana. It never really got to 40. Eastern Cuba did, but Havana being, the Gulf Stream and the trade winds, it never got that hot. Fred Workman, my kids and I love guessing whether you remember your hiking shoes or bug spray in your hikes. I'm always gonna forget something, right? Either the hiking shoes or the bug spray or my hat. I don't really do sunscreen. I haven't done since I was a kid. So, any plan to see Dallas? I would love to see Dallas. When I go visit my friend Paul Falsey, who lives just east of Dallas, we'll do it. And I was super tempted to do it on this leg of the trip. But actually, tonight I'm gonna plan. Like I'm gonna do like a Google from here to Denver, and technically I have 4 days, so I'm gonna divide that in four and see. But I don't want to get there too late. So on Monday I want to be like Western Kansas. So we'll see. Best place in the U.S. to camp January February. Anywhere in the South. If you want a boondock, Quartzsite. If you want to pay top dollar, Florida. And I hear that the Texas Gulf Coast is beautiful as well. Beautiful historical town of Harper's Ferry. Beautiful Video River. Nice food too. Thank you. Yeah, I really like. We bought some Magic Spoon cereals. Adventure with Ken and Linda, and it's good. I have like a year supply here at the RV right now because they sent me a bunch of them. To do the they call them integrations, but this it's a commercial, right? Um, but you know who loves them? My stepson. Actually, we buy them. When in between integrations, sometimes we actually buy it for him. So yeah, it's Alma Morales Meli. Everybody say hello to my mom. Hi everybody. The phone was ringing. Now I saying greetings to everyone. My health is not V. I think the phone rang again. Yeah, mom is fine. She's just having one of those. She sometimes she's up here in health. Sometimes she does like this, but then a couple of days later she's back up. And I think this is all that this is. She so. But I did do. I did do. I had to go. I had to go. I mean, I already changed the date on these people from Sun Outdoors. I changed the date on them like 5 times. If I change it one more time, they're gonna say, you know what? Screw you. You don't get to stay at our resorts anymore. So I'm doing a Sun Outdoors in Colorado. I'm doing a Sun Outdoors in California, and I'm doing a Sun Outdoors in uh, in Oregon. We're just spacing those, like once a month or something. I'm gonna do one of those videos, and they're nice resorts. It's yeah, it is a commercial, but they're nice resorts. If they weren't nice, I wouldn't do them. So, in any case, it would be a blast to do a huge cruise ship with all the Pelican heads. Yes, it would. I haven't done a cruise since 2006, I believe. So yeah, we're overdue. Rick, Jay, and back then I did Carnival. I want to do maybe Royal Caribbean or something like. After you get to the end of the Lewis and Clark Trail, what return route are you looking at? Ideally, I was gonna do US 50 back all the way, or US 50 back all the way to Ocean Ocean City, Maryland. But Winnebago has insisted that I join them at the open house, which happens right after the the Hershey RV show. So I'm kind of gonna hightail it back. and it's going to be a fun event. I've never been to the open house. The past 2 years, because of COVID, they canceled it, and it was like a mini open house at the Winnebago headquarters. And this time it's like the big show. So it's one of those big shows. It's more of an industry show. It's not. I don't think it's open to the public, but it's huge. It's like Tampa huge. So I'm looking forward to it. And my mom says my health is not very good. I can't travel without Robert today. Hugs to everybody. Love and big hug. Yeah, but she'll probably join me at some point in the journey. Or we'll do another trip before the end of the year. Eddie Negrete just got back from Miami, Florida. Thank you for all your advice. Your videos helped so much. The keys were amazing. Love Kila and Pie. Yeah, Kila and Pie is great, especially from I like Mrs. Mack's Kitchen, and that place in Key West is called Blue Haven. Janet B, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. Greetings from Tulsa, Oklahoma. A Cuban couple that loves watching your video. My fiance Charlie. I knew something was bothering me. This I haven't worn this one before. Um, Sorry about that. My fiance Charlie is also here. He planning buying a Mini just cause of you. Hey, congratulations, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. After all is said and done, there's certain things I don't like about this one, but there's certain things that I really like. I kind of almost thinking to tell Winnebago if they let me keep it, indefinitely. Duke Chips, thank you for that super chat. Robert, please give my daughter a shout out. Her name is Madeline. We call her Mad Dog. Hey, Madeline, shout out, Mad Dog. And yeah, as I said, as Mom said, she's not feeling all that great. It doesn't seem to be anything serious. It's just one of those, probably something she ate. Um, so not a big fan of the cereal. No cereal. No offense. No, it's um, the only thing I don't like about the cereal, you eat it and 2 hours later you're hungry again. But other than that, it's hard for them to make something that tastes really good and that is like not bad for you. You know what I mean? Even through the years, I never got tired of your videos. Thank you, Tyrone. And William Brody, thank you for the super chat. When will you be in Colorado? Next week? Uh, I think I crazy. I think my mom has the fat fingers today on the phone. That's all that it is to it. Jack David, thank you for that super chat. You should go to Wildwood, New Jersey, and ride the Great White Roller Coaster. Yeah, I have to go in summertime. I keep thinking someone's knocking on the door, and it's this. I need to go in summertime because when I went in fall, it was like a ghost town. Jack David. Oh, that I just read that one. Never mind. There's a glitch in the matrix for sure. Um, Frank, cancel. Have a good night. I have to go play nurse. My wife is sick. Hey, take care of your wife, and thank you for being here. Uh, what Sun Outdoor California location are you visiting? It's gonna be a wine country location, and I'm really looking forward to that. Uh, Paso Robles. It's where we're going. Um, we don't have an exact date yet, but it's gonna be it's gonna be later in August. Hey, Mikey, Robert, we are hoping you make it back to Billings as you finish the Lewis and Clark journey. Your full hookup Mooch Dog spot awaits you, and definitely that's where we might retake the route right there in Billings. So, I mean, my calendar is still written in jello with an erasable pencil, but let's call it sometime in mid September. September 12th, September 11th, around there. Jesus Lover 77, thank you for that super chat. Hola, missed last Friday. I was in ICU. I hope you're okay. I'm now planning a bucket list road trip: San Antonio to Denver, then perhaps Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and Tetons, Utah. Yeah, definitely, definitely do it. Do it. That's one of the best trips you can take. Jackson Hole, the Tetons are. Just make sure there's no smoke, because when our friends Jason and Misty went there 2 years ago, they couldn't see the Tetons. And that kind of defeats the purpose of going there. Jack, David, thank you for that super chat. You should ride the Great White Roller Coaster. Yes, I'm definitely gonna do that. Whenever I talk, maybe I'm allergic to beer. That would suck, right? Whenever I talk, I haven't had the sniffles all day. Now I start drinking beer and talking to you guys, and it's just weird. Diana and Ken Jensen. Hi, Robert. Just curious why you don't stay in state or national park. My husband and I love watching your show. Thank you for all you do. It depends, like on my summer 2019 trip, I stayed at a lot of national parks and I did a lot of boondocking there. Of course, it wasn't as hot as it is right now. So when it is the dead of summer in the Midwest, you kind of have to have full hookups. And a lot of the national parks don't have full hookups. And I love state parks too. Also, when it's Ili and I both together, we kind of the most every third day we need full hookups. We consume a lot more water than we could make it sustainable um at a water and electric site. Amaranto Cabrera, happy Friday, Robert. I'm back in the chat. Hope your mom's feels better soon. Yeah, I really hope so too. She was supposed to come with me on this leg of the trip, but yeah. Question: any plans to Astoria, Oregon, the west of the Lewis and Clark Trail? Yeah, most likely around the third week of September, late September. I just have to back time it so I can make it to open house on September 26th. But yeah, let me scroll down here because I have a super chat from Casita, our friend Greg and Angela from Casita RV Live. Thank you for the super chat. Got around, safe travels. Here's some IPA money for the trip. Thank you, thank you. And luckily, gas is going down, so it's being a relief now. It's Ramen Rock. Welcome to the 230 subscriber platform. Yeah, I forgot. It calls for a celebration. I think we reached 230 like on Wednesday or Thursday. I know Remy sent me an email. Salmarañas, are you still in Pelicamp? Well, I was in Miami for a couple of days, but now I'm back. I just arrived here like a couple hours ago, and I won't be here for long. Alma Morales, my mom, Jimmy DC, Paula, greetings. Hope to see you again. Hey, Mr. CLT in the house. Hello, Robert, and all you Pelican heads out there. We have to do a Miami video when I get back, Alex. Uh, joined late. Where are you heading? We're off to California soon. We want to get away from the UK gas prices. If you're gonna get away from gas prices, California may not be like the best state, but it's still lower than California. I mean than the UK for sure. So that it's all good. I'm just I'm just uh, being. But yeah, we're going to California. I just have to make sure I don't have any lemons or limes or oranges or not even apricots, just in case, because they will confiscate them at the border. Rafael Munoz said, "Thank you for that super chat. Why didn't you become a truck driver? I liked. I thought about it. I thought about it. I really liked driving, especially when I saw that show. Sorry, Ice Road Truckers. I've always been fascinated by high latitudes. Being from the Caribbean myself, like above the Arctic Circle and all that. And of course, it was a pipe dream, but I was like, that would be a cool job to have. And they make pretty good money. Um, it's the hops in the beer that does that to you. It's not the same thing to me. Okay, thank you. That way, I know maybe I'm getting gluten intolerant. I don't know. Anyways, cheers. CLT, I'm happy to be your camera guide in the traveling rover. Thank you, Alex. We gotta do it because even though I've been a Miami resident for, oh boy, 34 years, we don't get to go out as much anymore. And I know you and Andrea do, so you know what all the cool new places are. Looking forward to that. Robert from Oliver DeVries, are you planning? Are you going to Paso Robles? Try camping in Avila Beach while you're there. You won't regret it. Hey, maybe after my sponsored stay at the Sun Outdoors, I'll do that. Yeah, I mean we have some time between there and the next destination. So yeah, Robert, if you head into Kansas, be prepared for heat. Uh, where we are, it's going to be 101 tomorrow, then 104, then the next 2 days it goes to 99. Yeah, I was looking at the because I was really hoping I could boondock my way out west, but yeah, I saw the temperatures, and I'm just gonna get like it. I mean, the easiest and the quickest is just do a KOA journey. They're right next to the interstate, and but they're expensive. So I'm gonna look. I'm tonight after I hang up with you guys at the chat. I'm gonna get my Google Maps out and analyze exactly. More or less. I'm not gonna make any reservations. Maybe I'll make a reservation for tomorrow, but because I might do a KOA tomorrow, just because KOA you can arrive late. They usually leave the paper outside for you, and tomorrow I don't mind driving. All day. And if I get there at 7 p.m., it's still daytime. The days are still long, and I'm driving west, so I'm gaining in time. So best Cuban restaurant in Miami. Here for another month for airline training, not in the RV, unfortunately. Uh, you should ask Culture Lifestyle Travel, Mr. CAT, because he knows. We ordered from the place that we usually order a couple of days ago, and it's not the same. I'm yet to find the place that makes the masitas de puerco, the pork chunks, the fried pork chunks that is like a staple in Cuban food, that makes them, that juicy and soft, and with the marble. Mm. Hey, Paul Fossey, we were just talking about you, about RV Caravan with us, about the rally we did in San Antonio, and about I was uh, I was really hoping to visit you on my way west now, but time is kind of the essence. But I definitely want to visit you in Texas at some point. Hopefully at some point we'll be able to buy a property in that area. Jesus Lover, thank you for the super chat. Have you seen the movie The Long Trailer? Yeah, of course, with Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz. Yeah, that's a classic. That's one of the best, the first movies I saw. I watched about. Yeah, that's a funny movie. That's a funny movie. Where do you get the idea to do this whole YouTube RVing thing? Well, it's one of those things that you don't come up with a plan. Like it was many different things, coming together. I always had a passion for videography and photography. I always had a passion for travel, probably because of my parents, that they always like to travel. And that one time that my brother-in-law rented the RV, and we kind of became obsessed with it. I'm that kind of person. You guys may not know this about me, but when I get obsessed with something, I get obsessed with something. And I read every book that was available about RVing. I subscribed to every single podcast. Unfortunately, there weren't that many YouTube channels at the time. And Nomadic Fanatic was getting started. There was Chris Travels. I think he still had like the original van, Chris Travels, and that was about it. Oh, Lolojo. Lolojo was already around, but there weren't that many more people. doing the YouTube thing. So it all converged, and you're making me hungry. Call it carne frita. Old Havana on Calle Ocho is a great pick for Cuban food. Yeah, we were there. We took the Forris there a couple months ago. Minitini Lounge. I was gonna do Minitini Lounge last weekend, but yeah, it's been that kind of trip. It's been that kind of trip where I give up making plans anymore. Eddie Negrete, thank you for that super chat. Thank you for all your traveling advice. My family enjoyed Miami. The toll roads hurt though. Yeah, every road in Miami is a toll road. Yeah, just get a sun pass and and bite the bullet. Now I got that Sun Pass Pro that also works with the Easy Pass, and it works with the Georgia Pass and with one another one. Yeah. Sun Outdoors. I'm gonna be staying at the Paso Robles. It was called Cava Robles until a couple of days ago, and they just renamed it Sun Outdoors Paso Robles. So that's where I'm staying, and I love wine. I do my IPA here for the live streams, and whenever I go to a bar, I usually have an IPA. But sometimes when Ili and I are at home for our own drinking pleasure, we open a nice bottle of Rioja or some California Brut, and that's what we drink. Wondering if you made it to the surf ballroom when you were in Iowa. Yeah, I did post a video. I didn't go inside. It was a Sunday, so it was closed, so I wasn't able to go inside to the museum. But we went to the town, the Clear Lake town, and beautiful town. By the way, we must go back. If we go to the rally next year again, definitely spending some time in there's so many cool places where you least expect it. Which is. Hello, my Pelican Head family and traveling Robert. Hey, Mr. Red Jaguar in the house. Steve Reffling, thank you for that super chat. Somebody said lag. Do we have lag? Well, there was a little bit of an outage. I'm here. I'm just not monitoring, good enough. But there was that over there. There was a little bit of an outage a few seconds ago on. Steve Reffling, thank you for the super chat. We love your videos. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I'm trying to keep it up as much as possible. It's been a challenge. It's been a challenge. Sorry, lost my train of thought. It's been a little bit of a challenge being able to edit, you know, longer videos every week and still be able to travel and all that. And this dinette does not help. I was, even Minitini I with a loud air conditioner and all that, but being able to sit at an office desk, on an office chair with a desk, is so much more comfortable. I mean, if this RV was mine to like modify whichever way I wanted, I would have gotten rid of the dinette already. I put a desk here with two office chairs, and it's so much better. I mean, for most people, a dinette is better, but for me, Greg Graham, thank you for the super chat. Robert has always been the best traveling show. Thank you so much. And I want the Papa. Is that right? I want the Papa. Thank you for the super chat. How has the Starlink performed long term? Well, we are transmitting on Starlink right now, and we have a bunch of trees here at Pelicab, so it does fairly well as long as there are no trees, and as long as there's no like big congestion in the area where you are. Like there was a place that we were at there were no trees whatsoever. Clear view of the sky, and a little bit of the northern sky is really what you want at this point. That's where it points. But I mean, we barely cracked 3 or 4 up or 50 down. Which 50 down is good. Don't get me wrong, but normally right now, actually, will I kill the live stream if I do a speed test? Let's see. My first chat from Jeffrey McCommon. Um, thank you for being here. Hey, domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. For example, right now, I don't know if it is because we are streaming, but right now my down is 37, which is more than you will ever need. My up is 10, which is really good for Starlink, and I have a latency of 70 milliseconds. That for a hardcore gamer, it might be a lot, but for me, it's fine. We live just down the road in Stinghatchee. How is the Novo Grill? It's good. I mean, it's the closest one to us, and they have excellent, and that's like their specialty, I think. Flounder and shrimp, very good. They're very friendly, very nice staff. They have a very good Philly cheesesteak. Ely didn't. Ely asked for a blackened. Was it grouper, I think, and it wasn't so great. They burnt it a little bit, but other than that, I mean, 90% of the time it's fine. It's not like super gourmet, but it's good food. I love their shrimp 308 um, appetizer. Yeah, it's all right. Ernesto Perez Durias. Have to leave for today. Getting late around here. Really looking forward to the next live. We'll be back for sure. Thank you and take care, everyone. Well, thank you for being here, Ernesto, and I'll see you next time. Do you still have Starlink? We've had some issues. What issues have you had? I mean, it's hit or miss. And El Mandalorian, it is the way, man. It is the way. Howdy, Robert. Great video last Sunday. Just came back from Tavares, enjoying a Cuban sandwich with real pork with a cold one. Hey, cheers. I haven't had a Cuban sandwich in a long time. But when we do the Miami tour with Mr. CLT, we're gonna do like the Cuban sandwich. I wanna go to that place in Hialeah. And I shocked it. Pat Johnson, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Cajuns across America, welcome to the show. And just a therapist. There is a Micro Mini 1808 FB in my neighbor's driveway. How cool is that? Hey, the 1808. Isn't that the one that has bunk beds? No, that's. I forget. I think that's the same one as the 1708, but it has a slide on the driver's side or something like that. I forget. So many floor plans. I think they're coming up with a new one that I'm gonna go see. Maybe we like it. I see you still need to visit Utah. Any plans? Well, I visited Utah with Minitini I some time back, but well, that was the plan with my mom. I was gonna take mom to at least like Canyonlands and Bryce. With Canyonlands and Bryce, you don't have to do a whole lot of hiking to be able to see the highlights. It's, Canyonlands, there's a couple of very good vista points that you just drive to Ed Park. Same with Bryce, which is not the case like with Arches. When you go to Arches National Park, you do need to hike to see like the best views. Zion, you can take. I don't. In this time of the year, you probably have to take the bus, the shuttle. So I was gonna do those two parks and maybe drive the is it the 19? You know which one I mean? The one that I took last year. Um, so Minitini I and Minitini II have been to Utah. Minitini III has not, and this is mapped just for Minitini III. In fact, I've already been to all lower 48. I'm just missing Hawaii. And I've been to Alaska, just not with the RV. That we're doing that next year. Iowa, the Papa. I'd love to see a full video from you about your Starlink experience. Do you have the RV plan or the regular plan with roaming? I have the regular plan with roaming, which I believe it's the same price. I just don't get to. And I think if I'm in my home area, like right now, this is my home address for Starlink. I shouldn't get deprioritized or throttled, but as you saw, the speeds are not necessarily the best here. And this traveler sent me buffering on my announcement. That was a while back, I guess. In any case, yeah, I'm sure we've buffered a couple of times because that's the one problem with Starlink. If there's the tiniest obstruction, you'll get an outage here and there. So I might do a full video on Starlink in the future. I don't know when yet. Maybe when I get back to Miami in October, we'll do one. So yeah, thank you Tony 5006 for that super chat. Things to do in the morning, so it's good night for me in the UK. See you all next Friday. Hey, see you next Friday. And Dave Simmons, thank you for that super chat. Hello from David and Prudence. Hello there, and thank you so much. I appreciate all of you, and thank you so much for I mean, just for the fact of being here. 400 and I don't know. It says 468 down here, and it says 426 up here. So I don't know which one of the two is right. But in any case, it's a lot of you. You need to do Bodhi. We're gonna do Bodhi this time. I'm thinking. My plan. You see how this trip is going. I mean, it's going well. We're healthy. We haven't had any major breakdowns or anything like that. So hey, knock on fake wood. But my plan was to take mom through Death Valley. What happened? Death Valley, biblical proportion, rain and floods like it's never happened. 1,000 year in a lifetime flood. So we may not be able to do Death Valley in any case. So we might take a different route, and it all depends if mom is able to fly to Denver or not. If not, we might do the extraterrestrial highway and just go a little farther north and see if we can cut through and see Bodie. I really want to see Bodie. And this time around, I have the truck to do it, and this trailer is supposed to be a little more, at least we have the clearance, you know. Any plans for visiting Kentucky? Well, we visited Kentucky 2 months ago, and there's going to be a couple of videos about that coming soon. Of course, we did Cincinnati, Ohio, which is on the other side, but we did a lot in Louisville, which I'm looking forward to sharing those videos with you. And we did Paducah, and we did the Arc. Got into a fender bender, believe it or not. I have a feeling I answered this one already, but beside dry tortugas and the keys, anything in the water, anything involving seafood, and all the history in Key West is. I might need to take my laser to clear an area for your Starlink. No, we just have to put it like on a like today is a lot better. You know why? Because it isn't the spot that I usually put it, but it's on the roof of the trailer, because my trailer is not parked at the site. My trailer is parked at the driveway because tomorrow 6 a.m. I'm hitting the road. So you can also e-bike up the Zion Canyon Spectacular. I brought my e-bike, so there's a chance. Paul Falsey, P.S. Congratulations on your brand new truck. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. We have to see each other at some point, man. It's been too long, and I always manage to it's I don't know why it's never in the for some reason I never managed to pass by your area, but we will at some point. Jeffrey Di Bartolo, thank you for that super chat. A little something to start your trip. Have a great and safe trip. Thank you so much. And yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of driving. It's I mean basically it's Pastor Robles' suggestion: if you schedule permits, try to get tickets to the fantastic Sensorio outdoor light art installation. I had no idea about that one, but Sensorio, huh? Like sensors? I'm gonna look that up. I had no idea about that one. I'm gonna check it out. 6 a.m. on the road again. Yep, it even rhymes. Fender benders are not fun. Yeah, no, it wasn't fun. Luckily, it wasn't major. Nobody got hurt, and we all have insurance, so it's fine. But and I have it on video. I don't know if I want to put it on the video or not, but I have video of the fender bender. Very washboard, about 5 miles going into Bodie. Okay for your new truck, but I try to leave Minitini behind at campground. We might do that. We might do that. Go to Hurricane, Utah, near St. George. Go rent a side by side and go off roading by Sand Hollow. We had the best time. That's a good idea. Question, Robert, are you gonna go back to Tupelo, Mississippi to visit Elvis? I was there recently. I don't know if I need to go there again. If I go to Tupelo, Mississippi again, what I want to do, I want to do the rest of Tupelo, Mississippi. All the other historic places. The like the all the other places that where Elvis used to hang out and this and that. Fender benders with loyal cameras is going to be easy to prove you're not at fault. Well, that's the problem. I was kind of the one at fault because I hydroplaned and lost control, and it's all right. Uh, but uh, but in other fender benders, that might come really handy. Charlie Travelot, hi brother, first time catching live feed in a while from Jax. Just did 16 days out west with my daughter, Bishop Tioga. Rode into Yosemite, Napa, PCH. California is a beautiful state, especially that area. That area, man, it's like I might do Tioga. It all depends how are the fires too. It depends on the fires and depends on many things. You need to boondock from Mikey. You need to boondock at Snowbird Mesa. You'd love it. I'll send you a video. Yeah, send it to me. Next Sunday video is going to be Washington D.C. The rest of Washington D.C., if you will. Answering Daniel, Darren Underwood. Any plans to go to the Keys this year? Yes. Yes, I'm thinking when we go back to South Florida, sometime in October, November, when it starts cooling down a little bit, but the water is still warm. I'm gonna try to get into that Sugarloaf KOA that just got. How much is gas down there in Perry? I think I saw it at. It's cheaper a little farther south, but up here at our local gas, I think it was one. I mean one. 369. I think that's what I paid because I mean up in where was it in what's that Williston in Williston there's a Circle K that had it for like 340 something if you had like their easy pay thing, otherwise it was 10 cents more. That's the cheapest I've seen. Hey, Jim in DC, we're making an early goodbye today, driving through DC. Gotta concentrate. Hey, yeah, at this time of the day, probably, yeah. And I'll see you next time. Thank you. Thank you for being here. What's your favorite national park? I think I would still go for Grand Canyon, just because it was like the first that I saw that was like, whoa, look at this place. But definitely Glacier has to be up there. Um, Glacier for sure. Zion, all the five in Utah. Pick one. So yeah. Oliver De Vries, Robert and Paso Robles. Check out Dow Winery. Great ones and beautiful scenery. But don't take Minitini. It's a steep drive up to get there. So DAOU. Let me go into my maps right now and I'm gonna save it because otherwise. Dow Family Estates. Oh, it looks beautiful. I'm really looking forward to going back to California. It's James Gabriel. Hey, Robert, long time no see. Great to see you. Great to see you. Thank you. Thank you. Great to see you too. Safe travels. We're heading for dinner. Hey, just a therapist. I agree. Tioga is great. Did the lake, Tahoe, Yosemite, Napa Valley, Golden Gate, and Pacific Highway. Missed the big trees, but saw them on your great video. Yeah, let's see what we are going to do in California. I don't have a set plan yet, but what I'm trying to do is the things that I haven't done before, for the most part. Although Yosemite, you can always do again. I've never been to Sequoia. Um, we might do a little bit of Gold Country. We'll see. We'll see. It's really looking forward to that. So everybody, it's I'm gonna start wrapping this up. Los Angeles anytime soon? Yes, actually, we're gonna be in Los Angeles very briefly, very briefly, on our way to Paso Robles. So I've never been to California. Someday I hope. Just don't take any lemons. That's the only thing. I know, my pet peeve. Mr. Roboto, domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Traveling Robert, I need to get out to Lake Mead before it disappears. I know, it's crazy. Although interesting to see what they are finding in the drained lake. Yeah. Sherry Thompson, Eastern Sierra is beautiful. To me, that's one of the most beautiful country in the whole United States. What's your favorite fall trip? September, October? I want to say, just see the fall colors like we did in New England. So yeah, visit the redwoods. I was there in 2019, and I want to go back. Definitely. Do you have a picture of your new truck? Actually, I have something better. I can't believe you haven't seen it yet.
Well, hello, Pelican Heads, and since someone already spilled the beans at the Facebook group, might as well give you a quick tour of the Silverado here, which I am calling, naming, and it'll be christened at some point, Starship. It's called Starship.
Well, yeah, that's the new truck. In any case, I want to start wrapping this up. You know what I did bring in this leg of the trip? My e-bike, of course, but I also brought something else. Ah, I brought my good guitar. Because the guitar that I have, the small one that I've been bringing on trips, is a good guitar. But I'm used to classical, nylon strings. I'm gonna see if I can start practicing a little more. This guitar sounds so good, such a sweet sound. I did bring my keyboard too, but I have the Lewis and Clark song already recorded on my phone. I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. 'Cause I'm free in my RV. I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. 'Cause I'm free in my RV. Yeah, I'm riding. Everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. Here, as I come to you from. Actually, Starlink really behaved today. I'm really happy. In any case, I'll see you next Friday. Next Friday, we're gonna be in Colorado. We are? Are we? Hold on. Let me make sure. I'm lost without my calendar. Yeah, I believe next Friday is gonna be our last day in Colorado. So everybody have a great weekend. Have a happy Friday, and I'll see you next week. Same time, same YouTube channel, totally different place. And Carries Cisneros, thank you so much for that super sticker. Thank you. See you on the road, and see you next time. And by the way, thank you to all the moderators for moderating. There you go. Yeah, the jazz version Mandalorian.